I keep forgetting, like, how do you get the boost in the beginning here? Love the look of your stream. Thank you, thank you. I drew it all myself, I think. Yeah, I did. How about it? I tried to keep, like, I don't know. I guess you could call it an indie vibe. I don't know, if I can get a bit into the meta of my thought process, it would just be like things that I would like to see, something that looks a bit homemade, a bit doodly perhaps. I was like, you know, I want to see more of that. I should just do it myself. That's kind of why I was talking about this earlier, why I kind of want to do like free VTuber models and just give them away to people who ask for them. And I would even give away stuff like my backgrounds and stuff for free. Yeah, I feel like that's like thank you very much, Dumbmuffs. No one made this, right? Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's often how I try to approach content creation or whatever. Like, often it's just like I think of a thing, and I'm like, well, it's literally the case that, like, if I don't make this, then no one ever will, right? Yeah, what was it talking about? It's so, to be clear, it's so difficult to play Mario Kart and go through my thought process at the same time. But, yeah, basically, I try to keep that in mind always, of like, if I don't make it, no one will. And it's a pretty good motivator. Oh yeah, that was my thought process behind things like the Haniwa, like the quote-unquote mascot for the channel. Where it's like, this is just like free real estate. I've never seen anyone do it. So why not? Why not do it? So much is free real estate. I don't even think about it. I keep thinking about this. Congo said this to me. Not really to me, but he said it on a stream where he was like, you know, a lot of people overcomplicate things. But if you're just like a ninja, and you decide I'm a ninja, then that's free real estate. And you can be like, I'm gonna play this ninja game because I'm a ninja. But if you're like a cube that is fourth dimensional, there's no game for that. There's no theme where it's very unique, but there's never gonna be a theme where you're like, this perfectly suits my cube meta. Meanwhile, here I am, Swedish guy with Haniwa, the perfect combination. I really did it. I don't know, I feel kind of weird talking about this because I don't want to sound like, hey guys, I'm so important, and I thought everything through and I'm a genius, because I have not. It's just something I try to keep in mind, basically. I don't say that thinking like, I'm so much better. I'm just trying to encourage people to be like, hey, you know, if you think about things, maybe you can do it. It's all real estate if no one's looking. Oh, it's kind of point. Good point. Look at this guy. He's got it all figured out, huh? I know your motivation for playing Wario because you're a greedy guy. You want it all. They can see through you. I don't know. I feel kind of weird talking about art and motivation behind stuff I make and stuff because sometimes I feel like maybe I come across as pretentious, but I do feel... I don't know. I feel like I want to be very genuine with the things that I like and have like a real thought process behind stuff. And at the same time, I mean, this is a complaint I brought up before, where I both want to go with a flow of just doing whatever I feel like, and at the same time, I'm like, I want to think things through. And before I said, you know, these are contradictions, but I think I kind of figured it out now. It's like, you know what? Actually, you can balance these things. Like, the idea of going with the flow of whatever you feel like and trying to, like, think things through so that everything is not completely mindless. And I think the answer is just, like, observation. Which might also sound like a pretentious answer, but I do genuinely think observation is, like, the greatest skill you can have. Like, so much of what people perceive to be, like, natural talent just comes down to like being really good at observation and being like picking up on small things of like, here is how a guy kicks a ball. Okay, I will try that. Then you fail at it and you're like, where did I go wrong? And you use that to like base your experience and combine that with more observation. And then you apply that to other things where you're like, I know how to kick this ball. Now, what if I learn how to like do that, but with golf? And it kind of sounds like it makes no sense. There really are these like connective threads between everything. I am insane, never mind. It makes no sense, never mind. It's like, what's that guy, Miyamoto Musashi said? Like, once you see the path, you see it in all things. And I kind of vibe with that. Like, once you learn the fundamentals of art, and you understand, like, there's a pattern to how to, like, make a painting, you kind of see, like, how to construct other things as well. You kind of see, like, there's a foundation to everything. I said I would not do these kinds of talks. Anyway, Wario. He's a funny guy, look at him. That's him. That's what he says. I'm not a deep streamer anymore. I reject it. Wario. You see, Wario actually represents... No, we're not gonna do that. The duality. Man, no? I always get confused. Oh, I did it. Never mind. I'm not confused anymore. I do... How should I put it? I think observation is really good, though, for art. But I think maybe people get lost on that because they think that is the end-all, be-all. Where it's like, for one, how do you even observe to begin with? What does that even mean? You mean, like, you look at things? Just look at things? Is that what you mean? I'm looking. It's not helping. It's like, it goes a bit deeper than that. Trying to understand how the structure of a painting works is different from, like, looking at a painting, right? And how do you start with understanding the structure? It's just, like... First, it's giving the thought of, like, even questioning that to begin with. How does this work? And that is, like, the first path. And it doesn't even matter at that point if you get it wrong, in a weird way, I think. This is why I think you... This is going to sound insane. But I think you can't really go wrong in just the act of trying to observe. Because that is like something so inherently personal to how you approach art and making things. In the act of you trying to observe things, and even if you do it wrong, you are doing it in a weird way that is going to be unique to you. Like if you try to draw rib cages, if you study human anatomy, and you observe the rib cage wrong, people are going to pick up on that. In a weird way, how wrong you draw the rib cage is going to look right, because that is how you understood it. And people might look at that and be like, this is wrong, but it's kind of beautiful in a weird way. It's like the mistake becomes a part of your style, because it's a part of your observation. Yeah, everyone's different, and, you know, that's why I wouldn't get, like, too, like, I don't know, too puzzled up about, like, trying to observe things correctly, or, like, do things correctly. You can always try to, like, improve and better things up, in a way. But if you started drawing now, and drew, like, a stick figure VTuber model, it would be so different from, like, anyone else who did it. Like, everyone here in this chat, or, like, on Twitch right now, could draw, like, their own stick figures, and they would all come across different. And then that is, like, the connected thread you can make to form some foundation to continue your observation. You start off as a stick figure VTuber, and in due time, you are the handsome anime boy, and you're making millionaires. No, let's not do that, actually. But you form the connected threads, where even from the start, you're like, you might not even be able to understand where you're about to head off. Like, I did not start with this VTuber model with blonde hair in mind. I started as a blue monkey, and then I became a fish, then I became short hair, then I became bald. That's kind of what I mean when I'm like, you know what, it was kind of all worth it, trying out all this experimentation, going through like 5 different re-debuts. It was pretty fun, for one thing. They totally made me like rethink just like streaming as a whole in a weird way. It's like, you know, I don't know. I went with short hair, and actually I could go further back and say, first monkey, I was a blue monkey I started streaming with, because I was like, well, people know me for monkeys, and I do like monkeys, so maybe this is good. But I also did that with the intent of like, you know, I'm not gonna stay like this forever. I am aware of that. Then I was like, you know what, I'm kind of tired of monkeys. I'm kind of tired of, like, I don't know. I still like monkeys, but I'm not always psyched to be associated with a monkey. I am the monkey guy. I will never... It's better to accept that. Ah, god damn it. I'm going to live the rest of my life being the monkey milkman. God damn it. Haha, very funny, very random humor. Haha, that's me. Man, this level is more difficult than I remember. And I feel like, I don't know, it wasn't the wrong thing to do to start with a monkey, but, you know, it made me realize, you know, I don't have to do that, right? It felt like a good go-to, though. And from that, I became a fish. And even that, I was like, I'm gonna expand on this, too. This is not gonna be forever. I just want to try it out. And I quite like the fish. If someone was like, I prefer you as a fish, oh my god, that was too close. I would not be upset, I understand it. But I also really like the variety that comes with being like a humanoid, right? You can put on like a bigger range of expressions and moods and feelings and outfits and stuff like that. And, you know, me as a fish with only 2 legs, I could never be a skin in Fortnite. Now I can be a skin in Fortnite, and that's the real end goal here.